Hey everybody, how's it going? Noba here, and today I have a story for you. I was walking down a sidewalk, lots of trees, almost like a forest thing, and this is on my campus in college, and I see somebody punching a tree. Yeah, you heard me right. They are literally sitting there punching a tree over and over again. Bare knuckle, I see a guy beating up a tree. And this is a big tree. Like, this tree is like 8 times thicker than this guy punching the tree. And I remember looking at this guy, and I was thinking, this guy's crazy. This guy's absolutely bonkers. Right? I'm like, what? Like, I was just absolutely befuddled. And so for today's message to the past, this story is relevant because I want to talk about judgment, okay? And I admit, that guy maybe is a little crazy. However, that's the cool thing about people, is that we're all kind of crazy. And I think most people, if they looked at a guy and saw him punching a tree, they would think, okay, maybe this guy's off his rocker. And that's a very reasonable thought to have. However, as I've grown, I also got to know this guy, by the way. And he was like I don't even know. He was like a black belt to the nth degree, karate champion, taekwondo, tree beater upper. I have no idea. But this guy was like a legit fighter. And I ended up actually getting relatively close to this guy. And the reason he punched the tree was because he was a pacifist. This guy didn't hurt anybody. He didn't like to fight people. For him, the tree was like a test. It was like a mental thing. How long can I punch this thing and it not affect me physically and mentally? And while I still personally, right, that's not for me. That's not my activity. And if you're listening to these words, it's probably not your activity. There's a message that I want to send my past self. Because in that moment, when I had this conversation with this guy, I'm like, all right, I'm staying as far away from this man as possible. Like, seriously, I'm not even joking. I was like, this guy's crazy. Like, I distanced myself and all that. And it turned out he was a little crazy. You know, he did some crazy stuff. The thing is, though, is like, when it goes through your head, right? This guy's crazier. You know, what? Like, huh? Right? Like, those thoughts, when they happen, there's something I know now that I didn't know back then. And it's that this person is doing that for a reason, right? Since everyone's kind of crazy, no one's crazy. And if I look at myself, there's probably millions of people who would look at my daily activities and think I am absolutely crazy, right? They're like, this guy is sitting at his computer, an anime boy, and talking to himself. That's crazy. And that'd be very reasonable, right? Just as reasonable as thinking a guy punching a tree is crazy. And I never considered that I'm as crazy as the guy punching the tree in my own way, so it seems normal to me. So today I want to send a message to past Noba that can alter past Noba's brain to have a fuller understanding of judgment that I have now over particularly activities, okay? I might do like a character judgment, MTP, later, because I've grown a lot in that area too. But for this, today, I think I want to focus particularly on activities. I want past Noba to see the value in variety of people's crazy. How someone's crazy is actually interesting and valuable to me. I can learn something from someone else's crazy. And that's the thing. So for me, this is a thing. I think the word that comes, we're going to underline that. The word that came to my mind on my marvelous whiteboard here is curiosity. Okay? Because if I feel like curiosity does not equal judgment ever. I feel like these two things cannot truly coexist. And now that's just my opinion, right? I don't think that you can have a curious heart about something and feel truly judgmental. And so that's what I want Past Nova to really understand, is to really get in that space of, am I judging this harshly when I should be curious, right? And so what I want to tackle is that emotional reaction. So here's my sentence to Past Nova. When you see something that you think is just crazy, ask yourself why. Like something like this, right? That really gets the ball rolling. You see, it's like this tackles that emotional reaction that we have. That's like instinct that you just like. A great example too was like someone skydiving. Like that's pretty contentious, right? Like there's some people like, oh, I love it. And there's other people like, okay, you're crazy, right? Why are you skydiving, right? And it's like, why do you like that? I don't know. I genuinely don't. I'm curious, right? And I guarantee you the answer that you get from the person who likes skydiving, if you're someone who doesn't get skydiving, you're going to be like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense why you like skydiving, right? And I think that is true for anything, anybody's activities, anybody's hobbies. That is always going to be true. You're going to find that the reason people do things is fascinating. It's truly fascinating. Like, and that's it. And if all you get is fascination, then that's still a much better place to be than a place of judgment. Ask yourself why. I kind of like the sentence. When you see something crazy when you see something that you think is just crazy, ask yourself why. And be open. Ask yourself why. And be open. Here, let's put, is this cheating? You know, I need like an English knower, an expert on English to help me understand what is and isn't a sentence. Because this is probably not a sentence, but it's okay. We're going to cheat. When you see something that you think is just crazy, ask yourself why and be open, right? Because I think that last step is really important, right? Because it's like, if you're not open, then your curiosity fell flat and you're still just judgmental. So yeah, I think that's pretty, I feel really good about this one, you know? I feel really good. This would be OP. If I could have this, like back in the day, I would probably have been a much friendlier person, and I would probably have a lot more friends now. So yeah, anyway, thank you everybody for coming to my MTP5. Bye!